Good morning. What a fall euro saw yesterday following Draghi's triple whammy, over 100 pips. The dollar rose as ECB joined the global downturn as expected, and now eyes turn on today's non-farm payroll. Will employment numbers send dollar even further up, or we will see euro's losses in a full recovery mode? Well, patience will tell. My name is Stavros. Welcome to another Market Insights video from Orbex. Now, yesterday we talked about the importance of ECB's start of the hiking cycle, the possibility to downward the growth projections of GDP in the Eurozone, as well as the launch of targeted long-term refinancing to banks. Now, all fears came through. Draghi said ECB now expects interest rates to remain at hold at least through the end of 2019, whereas previous was September. The economy, he said the economy will expand at 1.1% and not 1.7% as forecasted 3 months ago, and also that the bank decided to launch the TLTRO program in September. Obviously, euro plummeted to the deep. Now, we talked about euro dollar yesterday a little bit. I want to talk about it a little bit today as well. So, because I see that prices are now moving within a triangle pattern over here, and we could see something like this happening, where the end of this sort of corrective wave could be seen around 111. Now, obviously that will depend on today's NFP as well. So if NFP comes out possible, we could see prices moving to lower than this. But this zone in general looks a little bit of a magnet zone for me. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a break below this level. 1 second. Yeah, if we see a break below this level. Now, obviously, between current prices, which is 112 and 111, we have some very good magic levels to look at, and that can be also it can be also an array of levels. Those two actually, the 1165, 1125. For today's NFP, in case the NFP comes out actually better than expected. Now, in the upside scenario, we would see prices moving all the way up to where they started falling from yesterday. That would be a full 100% retracement on euro dollar, or anywhere between. We could see a 50% retracement and then prices continue lower. It all depends on the NFP, and when I say depends on NFP, that's not only the headline number, that includes the wages as well as the unemployment rate. Now, when I talk about dollar Swiss franc, because we do have some very good levels as well to speak about, and those are the 0150, okay, which is the 161 extension of the first wave over here. We have the 10100, which is a previous resistance level and could be our correction to the downside if markets turn a little bit bearish. Now that will be before the NFP, of course. And then we have the 10050, which is down here, and this is again a strong activity level, as well as the 38 Fibonacci ratio of the full upside wave. Okay. Now, just to clean the charts a little bit, we have seen the dollar Swiss franc moving in a impulse wave to the upside. Now, have we reached at the end of wave 5 here? We don't know yet, but time will tell. We could see prices moving all the way up here, where that would complete the impulse wave, we could see prices heading lower from here as we can see in some sort of corrective move. Now I want to go a little bit lower just to have a better view of what is going on with current prices and just to give a little bit of projection ideas, let's call them. So we're currently standing at 101, okay, around that price. From here, we are probably have seen some sort of the completion of potential completion of the impulse wave, or we could see prices moving higher following the NFP if the NFP comes out good to cause a false break over here. Now, aside from this, there is two different scenarios, right? If prices bounce over here and go higher, we could potentially look at receiving a bearish divergence signal, okay? That would, of course, cause prices to fall lower to end the corrective cycle, the bullish move actually, around between 1.004 and 1.002, even worst case down to the very strong psychological support level of $1 per Swiss franc. Now, the other scenario would be that prices move all the way down as we speak from here, okay, and we receive a bullish hidden divergence signal, okay, between the MACD and prices. So prices come down here and then they move all the way up to see the end of the completion of wave 5, and from there prices will go something like that, and we see we'll be able to identify an actual signal potentially on the downside from over here. Now, all those moves are very dependent on the NFP. If the NFP actually comes out good, and I would pay attention on the wages for today, then we'll look in the not only in the short term but also in the medium to short and even long term for the dollar Swiss franc to move higher. So we'll be looking potentially for a false break up here, then a good correction move, so that bulls can enter the markets, step in and enter the markets for another impulse wave to the upside. Now, don't forget that we are, I'm going to host an NFP webinar today. I'm going to talk about the projections, analyst expectations, how we can pick particular pairs to trade for the day, what to be careful of, how you can pretty much, protect your capital, and other interesting things. So don't forget to join us, and thank you again for watching our daily video. Feel free to subscribe to our channel, of course. You can stay updated about the markets, and you can visit our blog because we cover a lot of news over there, latest news, the published trading ideas, and provide all the necessary tools to serve you responsibly.